Hey everyone, I am Kyle.
And I'm Tay.
And this is Fan Theory Reactions Cowboy Bebop, which is
The live action series, Cowboy Bebop.
a reaction to the live action series Cowboy Bebop. I am just giving you a quick apology, just in case for some reason the audio on this specific microphone gives off a weird feedback. We're not sure what's going on, but we're looking into it. Our sincerest apologies, and if we have to, we will just have to replace this, which is not going to be cheap, but we'll see what we can do. Today's episode is called Binary Two-Step. So, fan theories, you go.
Maybe could we talk about a code?
That would make sense. I take the two-step as, of course, dancing.
Yes.
And bebop is related to dancing associated with jazz.
Yep.
Binary, I think there might be some code, but I'm guessing this is going to really lean into Gren.
Okay.
Since Gren is kind of in that territory a little bit. Or we might actually get what I'm hoping is Ed in this episode.
Okay.
But mostly I'm thinking this is going to be leaning towards Gren, if I had to guess. So that's my guess, my fan theory. What's yours? Anyway, let's get to this.
Oh, you think I'm trying to sell you a line of bullshit so I can gouge you on parts and labor. Way to perpetuate the mechanic stereotype.
Just because it's a stereotype doesn't mean it's not true.
What you need is a J92 stabilizing coil.
I bet I could grab one refurbished down the street for half my ham sandwich.
I bet you could, but the reason that you're grounded is because you probably salvaged this one, right? For a ham sandwich. Buy the new one off me.
Not for that price. Look, just get her serviced, right, and prep for install. Jesus Christ!
I like that not every episode starts off with the song, and not every episode doesn't start off with this song. Yes, we know you two love birds.
Hit me.
Sai Baba.
The Let Go Guru?
And they found Bigfoot, smart guy. I saw it in a documentary.
It's not a scam.
It is.
What's not a scam?
This bad boy.
Boom. They both seem like secondary characters, but in this they're like in the theme song.
Your boss is a proper prick.
Oh, he's not my boss.
I think that's what's interesting about this show is
Yes, as a matter of
giving
fact,
the secondary characters more backstory.
Oh yeah.
Metal alloy using magnetic fields. Cool, right?
Even Vicious and Julia.
Yeah. There's more wiggle room for it.
It's not like this iron here. This is more my speed.
That's yeah.
Probably because it must be true.
Whenever I see a good-looking piece, I just have to touch it.
Enough to fit in the
Faye gonna have a different sexual preference in this?
Well, I should let you get back to work.
I was just about done with her. I was just
I think
waiting for
so.
the part your boyfriend's out scrounging for.
No, not my boyfriend. Just a guy that thinks you're ripping him off.
Yeah, there's nothing here worth taking. Except maybe you.
Sorry?
I love this style. It's like hard to define. Like, this is not the future, but yet it is. There's no such thing as 4D printing. There literally can't be in a three-dimensional universe.
Look at that.
Let me restate that. There is such a thing as 4D printing, but not in our universe.
Hi.
Not in our reality.
Dr. Landes?
At the Landes Center, we are all searchers on a quest for freedom and harmony.
Where's Landes?
Guess this is the
Dr. Landes
cult
will be with you
episode.
soon. But first,
Yeah.
are you ready to let go, friend? We all carry ghosts.
Where do I start? I just want to meet Dr. Landes.
And Dr. Landes
I
wants
love
to meet you.
the use of
But
yellow.
first,
They always
a
have that
brief
yellow
orientation.
in every scene.
Congratulations.
I would not sit in that chair.
Dr. Londes awaits you.
This is like
But
trying to get
first,
Total
let me
Recall.
take you on a journey. But first, let us take the next step to examine the origin
I
of
remember this.
as it relates to the primordial animal unique to each of us.
It's bullshit.
Free your mind. Sorry, bud. You're still in it.
Fearless?
Look at all that yellow. Every shot, they use that exact yellow color.
I found
That's
you.
really what the cool style of this show is. That's why we use yellow for our thumbnails.
Julia,
Your hair.
how did you...
Anna. She said you went by to see her, that you asked about me.
I miss you so much.
I begged Anna to tell me how to find you so that I could warn you. They're coming for you. Today.
Vicious.
Not just him.
I can't tell
An
if this is
entire
real or
army.
not.
Yeah, I can't either.
You have to run, Fearless.
I assumed
Run
it wasn't,
so far they'll
but
never find you.
Then come with me.
I didn't come here to be with you. Please. You have to let me go.
I tried for 3 years to let you go.
otherwise this would be a weird way to have something like that happen in this show.
You hiding back there? All right, Londes.
Yeah, now it's
Never the
definitely a
mind
simulation. He's still in a simulation. You're still in it. Or next time, shove something in the way of the portal. Yeah, they're showing it's a simulation. They're not even trying to hide it now. It's interesting the way that they're doing it, though. Oh, that's not at all upsetting. Kind of comforting, but also definitely not.
Where's all the TVs?
Yep.
Hi.
I like how her mirror just was like outlined in a white stroke all of a sudden. Look at that yellow. I love it. Wonder what 42% means. 42%, 43% until they've taken him fully over.
Come with me.
Fearless.
There isn't much time.
So weird how they did this.
You want me to go, I will go. But only if you can tell me that you've never thought about me.
Okay, that was just a transition, I assume,
Yeah.
from the virtual world to the real world.
Take off the goggles. You'll fry his brain.
What are you doing to my partner?
I'm attempting to save him.
Are you Londes?
No? Radical Ed sent me an alert.
Me too. I'm looking for Londes. Sai Baba, really.
There is no Sai Baba. There never was. That was a cover story that we
Radical Ed.
For what exactly?
An AI I created, one that went psychotic. I shut it down immediately, but not before thousands of test subjects were killed. The AI, it's got him in a VR.
I think you were closer.
Attempting to capture his consciousness.
With your fan
Stop
theory.
it.
Oh, once I rewire the system, it should...
Okay, wiring.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
It may not introduce
So
Ed,
who's your
but it's at
first?
least, yeah, we're going there with Faye, aren't we? Yep.
Okay, yeah. You're the first. First orgasm ever. Good on me. At least that I can remember.
Everything that happened before I woke, it's gone. No one to lean on. No one to be loved by.
I don't know who you were or what you forgot, but I don't think that changes the soul.
I can relate. I can relate to that.
See, you've got a really, really good soul.
I can't let you risk losing what you have.
Don't risk everything.
This is very different from the anime.
Julia, I waited for you that night.
I was afraid.
What's it doing to him?
It's exploiting his emotional tether, so it can detach his consciousness from his neural network. If the AI can get him to give up his emotional tether, it'll devour his consciousness.
And then what?
If that happens, he's game over.
Jet's gonna get my
You
message.
have to go. You have to leave me. forget me.
The numbers are going down. That's good, right?
Yeah, the longer he fights back, the longer we have to shut it down.
I'm not losing you again, Julia.
That's good.
I've traveled all across the solar system, and I have never, ever found anyone who makes me feel
That's good.
the way you do.
But Vicious will hunt us down. He'll kill us. That will not change.
He's a psychopath. You'll never be safe with him. I can protect you.
They're here.
Jesus, you okay?
We can't shut it down from here. You're gonna have to cut the power from the mainframe.
Where's the mainframe?
Earth?
Fucking Earth.
I tried for 3 years to let you go, but I can't.
You killed me.
Julia,
Fearless.
we have to go. Now.
This effect is actually really freaking simple to do, but it's still wicked.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, do you knock?
This is the engine room. Spike's in trouble.
Yes, do not go airborne. The is a coffin if you can.
Just get that new coil installed. And for
What
the
the
record, pick one up for 6K.
It's okay. I'm gonna get us through this. Trust me.
I'm working on it.
I love that they have ladies and men in the suits. We get the great Western music.
Okay, now.
I think he's a perfect shooter.
You're good now, Jen.
Ooh, jeez.
We're both gonna die here.
We're gonna get through this.
God, it's ridiculous.
When I said I didn't feel safe, I wasn't talking about Vicious. I was talking about you.
Julie, that's not...
It's the truth. You can change your name, Spike, but you can't change who you are. My husband may do bad things, but you are the psychopath. You have the tower down. The blocks are gonna blow.
Hold it together.
You know I didn't meet you that night because I know what you did at Blue Crow. Julia, tell me you didn't. You murdered them. All of them.
No.
Including that
God.
girl. We have no way to cool the engine! Hey, can we turn on the sprinkler system? Yes, yes we can. If I reroute the coolant line.
84% crap.
Okay, now!
Sometimes just spend some money. I know you guys don't make it all the time, but like,
Vicious isn't the
this
villain
seems like
you
a
are.
reasonable one to
You
spend
never
money
loved
on.
me. You just love taking your best friend's girl, and now you're gonna get
It's
me
your
killed.
home. It's everything. God. Jeez.
I don't love you. I
Where's
could
the
never
dog?
Love a monster like
Ein?
Yes. I hope Ein's okay.
He's dying.
No, he's not. What do I do?
Cut the power source.
everything you touch dies.
Boom.
There's gotta be something around here.
Almost complete.
So for once in your life, do something right.
Will this work?
I don't know why that would work when you just shot it with bullets.
Oh, Faye can use her that ray gun she bought.
Go!
That's exactly what she's gonna do. Exactly what she's gonna do.
Okay. I'll go.
Yes, it's gonna work.
Talk to me.
He's alive.
This was much more self-contained, less culty. I think the anime episode might be better,
Yes.
but I still appreciate their creative direction with this. I want that couch.
There he is. Bigfoot revealed. We pulled that off the mainframe.
I don't get it.
What's the first letter of every word spell?
Londes.
Yeah. K-Pac thinks that the AI restarted itself and created the Dr. Londes identity to lure people in. And before you say
I
anything,
told you that lead was horse hockey.
And you're right. I admit it. I find that son of a bitch Radical Ed. Gonna rip off his fingers. One by one.
Good luck with that. I am going to go back to bed for the next 17 days.
Hey,
No!
I'm glad you're okay.
No! No!
Me too.
Those goggle things.
I love how much they eat on this
in there
show.
Anyway.
I don't remember.
He's lying. He remembers.
We're not?
You're cute.
Can I call you sometime?
Yeah. But first you gotta figure out who the real you is.
Take it. It's a terrible gun for a bounty hunter anyway. Something to remember me by.
She's yours whenever you want her back. See you, Faye Valentine.
Yeah. It saved the day after all. It works. She didn't need a love interest. This isn't exactly, it's more like a lust interest, but
But not without you.
just looks like veggies in a bowl. He's haunted by it. Shot in the dark. They're going to introduce Ed here. I don't think so, though. Yeah.
At the end of the episode, it says, "Are you living in the real world?" Which is what it says at the end of the movie.
It is. You're right. And interestingly, there are certain elements of this episode that feels like the end of the series. I'm not going to say what elements,
Yes.
in case you guys haven't seen the anime. But there are certain elements of this episode that do kind of feel similar
Yes.
to the final episode. So maybe in a weird way, I don't know. Maybe this is sort of like them bypassing some elements that take place in the story. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. This was a lot more self-contained than the anime version.
Yeah, the anime version was outright
It was like
huge,
a
epic
full
proportions.
cult of people.
Yeah.
And then, well, I'm not going to spoil.
Sure,
the
not
ending
the
of that
whole
episode.
thing, but it was bigger. It was more
yeah.
grandiose for sure.
Yes.
The biggest change I've seen so far in this show, out of everything I've seen, and this is the only major change, and it's with Faye. I like the changes they made to her character regardless, but this one is a pretty big change.
It's a pretty big change.
Hey, she likes the ladies. And I like it. I dig it. I think it's cool because A, representation.
Yes.
But B, beyond representation, I don't love whenever there's a female lead character and they always have to be in love with like the protagonist.
Yeah.
So she never really was necessarily, I don't want to spoil it too much, but she never really was that much really in the anime. There was like moments that seemed like there was something there maybe, but they always mostly hated each other.
Yeah.
And that's pretty consistent, I think, with this in the anime. But this time, it's like, we have a justification for why she's not hitting on Spike ever, because she shouldn't, because she's not really into guys. Mm-hmm. And that was conveyed, because like she lost her virginity in that episode, technically.
Yeah.
In a way, a manner of speaking. Do they have that engineer character? Is she?
No, actually, I think she's a brand new character.
Interesting choice.
Probably say this is probably one of the best episodes of the series so far.
Of the live action?
Of the live action series, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I kind of feel the same way. And then at the same time, while there are certain episodes of the live action I like more than the anime's interpretation of them, I would say that the anime did a better job.
Yes, well, for this episode, I do
for
agree.
this storyline than what the live action did. And there's nothing wrong. I would agree. This is the best episode of the live action one so far. And yet at the same time, the anime did a better version of it.
Version of it, yes.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like a chicken and the egg. It doesn't quite make sense because there are certain episodes of the live action that are definitely, I think, better than the anime version.
Especially the people out there who are hating on this show. Will be like, what?
Yeah.
How dare you say that? I like both. Secondary characters who don't really have much backstory in the anime, they're getting a lot more backstory in this show.
Yeah. It fleshes out the entire world and gives us an entire world building experience where
and maybe not everyone may like that, but I mean,
I think it's great. It gives us, because it's not just giving us a repeat of what we've already gotten, which we did enjoy. It's giving us more. I mean, it's including what we had, and then it's giving us some new elements that we never had before, and I think that's interesting. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure they're clearly leaving out some things, and they're definitely oversimplifying other things.
Yep.
And they've done that a lot in this series, but
I think the best way to describe this show is not a remake and not a reboot, like a remix. Yeah.
It's almost like it's a whole new thing, because it is. I think that's a good way of putting it. Because it's definitely not a reboot.
No,
because they're not doing exactly the same thing.
And it's not a remake because they're not. It's not a copy and paste of each episode.
Oh, that would be more
anime.
an exact. And then reboot. It's closer to the reboot territory. I like thinking of it more as a remix, because reboots take the general idea and then like redo it. So it is technically closer to reboot than remake, but it's also not quite a reboot, because it's a blend between reboot and remake,
right?
Which is why I love the idea that it's called a remix. It is kind of a remix.
Yeah, it is kind of a remix.
I feel like they may have just started a completely new form of filmmaking with this series, and maybe movies will start doing this, because for the longest time, first it was the sequels, then it was all about the prequels, and then it was all about the remakes, and then they start doing the reboots, and then now they're in the soft reboots. So this is the next step, which is remix.
Remix.
I agree, because it feels very similar and yet so very different. This is a different universe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There's enough in this show that will appeal to fans of the anime, but I think also will appeal to people who've never seen the anime. There's other episodes where they don't do that.
Yeah, and like they even give you more. They give you more of the character to Faye. They give us a whole new element to Faye across the board. Vicious has way more depth to him in the live action than he did in the anime. I love him in both, but like there's this whole like vulnerability that Vicious didn't ever express in the anime that he now has. I like the anime episode more, but you know, that's what this show is. It gives us a different take on every episode. Some are closer and some are very different. This was definitely very different, but we both mutually agree that this is so far our favorite episode of this series.
Yes.
So anyway, this has been our fan theory reaction. What's yours?
See you, Space Cowboy.
Hey guys, it's Kyle from Fan Theory Network. Wasn't that a great episode? Please like, subscribe, click that bell to stay notified, and you can watch more right there. Did you know that this network is only run by me and a handful of people? And the only way to help is by supporting us over at Patreon by clicking that little button right there with the P on it. Or you can also check out our merch store in the link in the description below. Yay!